Hello, my name is Owen Evans and I'm a member of the support team at Colleague Software. Colleague is proud to announce our integration with the email marketing solution MailChimp. This has been delivered so that clients of Colleague are able to use campaign management techniques when sending out bulk emails. In this video, we'll demonstrate how this feature works and go through the steps required to put this integration in place. In summary, lists are created in MailChimp. These are then accessed in Colleague, allowing you to allocate and upload candidates or contacts. Within MailChimp, a user can then build a campaign, which contacts all of the people from a list. MailChimp is then able to retrieve statistics from the campaign, advising if emails were opened, if links were clicked on, or if the recipient unsubscribed. These stats are then fed back into Colleague. When in Colleague, the user can then see this feedback via history logs using the search or by running a report. We'll now log into both Colleague and MailChimp to demonstrate this in action. We'll start the demonstration from within MailChimp. The first thing to note is that MailChimp offer a free plan based on a low volume quota, so it is possible to set up and use this integration free of charge. The first steps to achieving this integration requires that you create an API key. To do this, go to the top right menu option, select Account, Extras, and then API Keys. Here you will be able to create your custom API key. You will need to take a copy of this and send it to the support team. Within MailChimp, the next key area to visit is the Lists section. In here, you will need to create the lists you wish to allocate candidates or contacts against. It is also worth visiting the Templates area and build a base template which you can then use when sending out your campaigns. Within Colleague, the first points to cover are in Global Settings. You'll need to go to User Group Permissions. Access to the MailChimp integration features have been split into user and admin levels. Select your target user group, press Add New, choose the global entity and then grant full access rights to the e-newsletter options, both user access and administration access. Within Defaults Maintenance, you will find the option to update the tab labels of both candidates and contacts. The MailChimp tab will be the 12th tab on a candidate record and the 8th tab on a contact record. You should also find the MailChimp activity report in the Reports Maintenance area, and will need to add this to the required user groups. Please log out of Colleague and back in to see these changes. On login, you will notice that a MailChimp icon has now been added to the ribbon. We'll come back to this. Against the candidate record, you will find that an additional MailChimp tab is now available. Here, you will see the lists that you have created against your MailChimp account. Should you wish to allocate a candidate to a list, simply highlight the list and click Add. This is the first stage when passing a record over to MailChimp. The second stage is managed by the administration process, which we'll come to shortly. This is the same workflow for contacts. You can also allocate candidates and contacts to lists in bulk using the search. Simply generate your search result, highlight the required candidates, right-click, and choose Add to e-newsletter list. You can then select the required list and click Add. To access the MailChimp administration panel, click on the MailChimp icon from the ribbon. Here, you will find all of the candidates or contacts that have been put forward for a list. You will then be able to approve or deny the records before they are uploaded. Please note that the first time you do this, you will need to tick this box here. This is a one-off confirmation that you will be adhering to spam legislation. Press Save, and the approved records will now be processed via colleagues' MailChimp integration service. This will be running in the background on your server every 5 to 10 minutes, so please allow approximately 15 minutes before expecting to see the records appear within your MailChimp account. On returning to MailChimp, you will see that your selected candidates or contacts have now been uploaded to their chosen list. You will now be in a position to send a campaign. Go to Campaigns and then select Create Campaign. We'll select a regular campaign. Choose the appropriate list and then press Next. Enter the campaign name. This is important as you will be using this for searching later, so we'd suggest giving your campaign a unique reference or identifier. Enter the email subject and confirm you're happy with the email form name and address. There are other tracking options here, but for the purposes of this demonstration, we'll click Next. You can now select a template, and it is here where you can access any saved templates you've previously designed. The next stage is to compose your email. With the email now ready, press Send to run the campaign. With the campaign now sent, the statistics on who opens the email, clicks on any links or unsubscribes will be tracked within the Reports area of MailChimp. Click on your campaign and the details will be shown here. With the colleague integration service running, these statistics will be retrieved from the MailChimp website and created as history logs against the necessary candidate or contact records in Colleague. The MailChimp events which are recorded in Colleague are listed here. Within Colleague, you will be able to see history logs created against candidate and contact records. Note that the campaign name is included in the history text. As mentioned earlier in the video, it is important that you give each MailChimp campaign a unique reference or identifier. By doing this, it will allow you to take a history text format and run a text criteria search for all the records that were included in the campaign. The text then can be altered to filter on the emails that bounced, the ones who opened the email, and the ones who unsubscribed. The last point to cover is on Colleague's MailChimp Activity Report. To access this report, go to View, Reports, and select the MailChimp Activity Report. This report allows you to enter a date range, select a report team and its associated users, and choose an active MailChimp list. When run, the report will give you an overview of all the candidates and contacts that have been linked to a list. This will then be broken down into the various MailChimp events as mentioned before. Thank you for watching. We do hope you found this video helpful, and as ever, if you have any questions, please speak to the support team or to your account manager.